President Trump is pissed off at Putin. George Washington might not be the only president known for chopping down a tree. And President Trump considering a third term for president. Here's the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending today. All right, number 1 reason Trump is trending today. Trump very angry with Russian President Putin and threatens to put tariffs on all oil coming out of Russia. He told this to Kristen Welker today on Meet the Fake Press, saying, if Russia and I are unable to make a deal on stopping the tragedy in Ukraine, and if I think it was Russia's fault, then he would impose secondary tariffs on all oil coming out of Russia. Bug-eyed Welker went on to say that Trump told her he was very angry, pissed off over Putin's recent comments about Zelensky's credibility and talking about new leadership in Ukraine. Now, Trump obviously wants both sides to come to the table here. He wants to be the peacemaker. He wants this war to come to an end. He wants the senseless lives that are being destroyed to come to a conclusion here, and he wants to be the one to make that peace deal. Obviously, now we also see in Ukraine more and more videos popping up about how Ukraine is basically just taking every man available on the street, throwing them into a van and putting them on the front line. This thing has gotten way out of hand. We know Putin's limo just exploded, or one of his cars with nobody in it. This thing is escalating quickly, and it has got to come to an end. So Trump going to now play hardball here with Putin, which actually throws the fake news media in a tizzy, because they have been telling you for years that he's Putin's puppet and that he loves Putin. So here you go, President Trump playing hardball with Putin, threatening to tax him, tariff him with all oil coming out of Russia. The media really doesn't know how to quite handle it because they've been shaping the narrative in a different way. But Trump wants this thing to come to an end. So does every rational thinking person in the world. Number 2 reason Trump is trending today, Signalgate has officially failed bigly, as Trump's approval rating has now still remained at 50%. This was a CBS poll that has Trump at 50% approval rating. Now, you would think that the way the mainstream media talks about Trump, he would have like a 20% approval rating or less, or maybe even a 36% approval rating, which is exactly what President Joe Biden had when he left the Oval Office. But if you listen to the media, you'd think Joe Biden had like a 70% approval rating. Not true. What you're seeing out there on the CNNs and the MSNBCs does not reflect the way that Americans feel about what's going on in the country. Obviously, you know, more than half of the country agree with President Trump's deportation efforts, despite the fact that you see people kicking and screaming all over their Instagrams and TikToks about trying to save all the gangbangers that are here in the United States, Trump wanting to get rid of them, plus get rid of all the illegal aliens that have been in this country. So Trump's 50% approval rating still holds, and he even praised Senator Mullen, who was on with Kristen Welker on Meet the Fake Press when he was talking about Signalgate. Trump saying, a great job by Senator Mark Wayne Mullen on beating back Kristen Welker's and the radical left's witch hunt on the never-ending Signal story. They just don't stop. Over and over they go. Meet the Fake Press should instead explain how successful the attack was and how sleepy Joe Biden should have done it years ago. So he just goes on to say that this story is dead in the water. They keep trying to breathe life into it. The American public ain't buying it. Time to move the hell on. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today, the State Department finally shatters the USAID, shuts the doors, official as of today. This was after a Trump court victory. USAID, we know, has been just blowing the taxpayer money. And don't get me wrong, this has been going on for decades here. This does not just fall on the Democrats. I think it's largely on the Democrats' shoulders here, the USAID. But Republicans had to know that this was going on as well, that taxpayer money. We see the long list of stuff that was being funded by this USAID. This was a sick joke on the American taxpayers here. Their money was being pissed away by Washington, D.C. and these bureaucrats, and everybody was in on it there. Well, not everybody. A lot of people were in on it, and we need to expose who those people were and hold them accountable as well, because it's not just like this was just the Democrats only. There's no way you could be in Washington, D.C. for a very lengthy period of time and not know what was happening with this USAID. So you had some rhinos, no doubt. This is why this is the swamp is what they call it. But now Trump protecting the taxpayers, saving us money. And of course, the Democrats don't want that. The Democrats now want more money to be wasted from the taxpayers. They want to keep funding all this useless nonsense that the American taxpayer has been footing the bill for decades. Finally, as of today, the doors are shut for USAID. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today. We know George Washington, famous for chopping down the cherry tree. Trump about to be famous for chopping down the magnolia tree planted by President Andrew Jackson. Trump saying today, one of the interesting dilemmas is a tree planted many years ago by the legendary President and General Andrew Jackson. It is a southern magnolia that came from his home in Tennessee. That's the good news. The bad news is that everything must come to an end, and the tree is in terrible condition, a very dangerous safety hazard, and at the White House entrance, no less, and it now must be removed. The historic tree will be chopped down in the coming days, and Trump wrote that it will be replaced by, and only Trump could do this, it will be replaced by another very beautiful tree. The historic wood from the tree will be preserved by the White House staff and used for other high and noble purposes. Now, they have got to have President Donald Trump with the axe taking the first inaugural swing here at this tree to chop it down, just so we could have the picture of this, and it would be beautiful to have to go right alongside all these other pictures we got, the McDonald's, the garbage man, the whole bit. So it would be great if they at least let him take the first chop at the tree. Number 5 reason Trump is trending today: Trump says he is not joking about possibly seeking a third term, telling NBC News today that he is not joking about making another run for the Oval Office, saying, a lot of people want me to do it. But I mean, I basically tell them we have a long way to go. It's very early in the administration. For now, he's focused on the current term, but told the outlet he was not joking about making a run for a third term. It's far too early to even think about it. Now, whether Trump is going to do this or not, it doesn't matter. The fact that he's even talking about it is enough to drive the left and the media absolutely crazy. I love this, whether he's gaslighting them, whether he's just tickling their ass with a feather, whatever. I think it's a brilliant move. I hope he talks about it all the way till this term is over, just to keep them whining and crying and melting down. I think it's perfect. Whether he's trolling them or not, and a third term for President Donald Trump would be music to everybody's ears. As we know, the majority of the country stand with President Donald Trump. Yours truly. This is what I got for you guys here today. If you enjoy these breakdowns, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.